release. And I'm not going to go to the next level until she completely stands still. It would be easy for me to ask one of the guys to come in, hold her in place while I put the saddle on. That would be physically overpowering the horse to make it do what I wanted to do. This is me trying to convince her mind to accept me. So as a general rule, if your horse is going to be moving around the whole time while you're saddling them, don't saddle them. The horse is saying, I'm not ready. Good. So that's a saddle pad on. But horses have two eyes, one on each side of their head. So what she sees from one eye is completely different to what she sees from this side. So you see here, she's a little bit nervous. And again, guys, this is the first session she has ever had. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm going to keep going with this. I like the fact that you're putting on a show, but not in my ear, please. All right, so that's the saddle pad on, but she's walked away from the saddle. Hopefully she won't jump on me. Right. Time for the big old horrible. What do you think this is in her mind? I'm going to let her sniff it. What do you think she thinks it is? She'll think, oh yeah, that's one of those Western saddles. They brought it from the US and brought it over here. Or would she think, pray, dead animal, it's a dead cow. And a lion is holding a dead cow. Even if she's not consciously thinking of that, she's feeling that inside. Like, right. Same approach. Just put this on her back here. Then I just approach, retreat. Approach, let her investigate. This is her first time ever to have a saddle. Approach, retreat. Approach, retreat. Approach. And I should really do it from both sides. Hey. But I'm going to risk it. I trust you. Just not a sound right now, because I don't want her to move and get the saddle off her back before I tighten the girth. She's probably going to... I know. So she hasn't quite realized fully that she has a saddle. Good. Good girl. So I'm just gonna... That's all right. You're okay. And once this saddle tightens on her, I've got to make sure that it's at least tight enough that it doesn't go underneath her belly when she goes to buck. Easy, easy girl, easy, easy. There you go. It's just a dead cow. Just a dead cow. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good. So just enough. Easy, 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 easy. Easy. All right, that was good. We'll save that one. Almost disaster. Right, so most horses might buck a little bit with the... Enough. Might buck a little bit with the front girth on, but with this back one that I'm putting on, it's in a very sensitive area. So normally what happens is they go quite wild. Get your cameras out. Don't move, not yet. Not yet. Bismillah. Here we go. Easy. 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 So I'm not pulling on her here. This is nature, her nature saying, if you're scared, first thing to do is run, right? I'm okay with this, you know? This is her natural way to assess, what do I have to do to survive? Look at her head now. She got scared, panicked, and then she remembered what? When I stop my feet and I relax, the pressure goes away. You see how smart they are, how quick they are to learn? Good. Just gonna let her think about that just a little bit because my heart's pumping. And now the next step, since she's relaxed, I'm gonna hop on her back and we're gonna ride around. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're gonna take her the other way now. Oh, before I start, I'm gonna let her, if she wants to buck, my job is to get a horse to start to think, not to react to pressure. So if I want her to think, she has to be able to choose options. So option 1 was gonna be buck. Option 2 is going to be stand still and relax. I'm going to allow her to choose one of those two, and when she gets the right choice, she gets the release. But then afterwards, I'm going to not allow her to choose the first option. I'm going to say, no, you know the lesson. No bucking, relax. So here we go. Buck, buck, buck. That's it. See the difference? But still, we have to get her moving. And here it goes. How much less was that? Very nice, little girl. Excellent. Excellent. So she very quickly by herself, I don't expect it from them, but very quickly by herself, she realized, actually, you know what? I don't need to worry. I'll just trot along. I don't need to overreact. And I'll say, yeah. Is there any pressure from me now? Absolutely not. Would it be silly of me to apply pressure and say, hara, hiya, hula, hee, come on, which is what I see a lot of people do. Or they'll say, I had one person come up to me yesterday and say, we had another unbroke horse, and I did the whole thing with her, and I sat on her back, but I didn't ride. And then the guy came up to me and said, I'll ride her. Give her to me now, I'll ride her. Which is very typical, I'm not mentioning the name, but it's very typical of the mentality of, I'm the macho guy, I can break in horses. It's a lot more, what's the word? Educated, I guess? To understand what the horse needs and only go to the next level without struggle, okay? It's not about big muscles and being brave. It's about being knowledgeable, doing your homework, applying all the skills, refining yourself, being better than you were yesterday. Here she's gonna buck a little bit. So she changed directions by herself. I'm going to say, no, let's keep going this way. You are really a nice mare, aren't you? Very smart. So I'm going to ask her to canter a little bit because I know, there you go. I could tell she was hiding it. I knew it. Okay, she was trotting quite tense in the back, okay? So let's get that out of her just a little bit. So I'm going to keep changing her directions here. So why do I change directions a lot? I'm going to let her buck a little bit and then change her direction. So this is how I would stop a horse from bucking. Change directions. Because I change directions a lot, what do you think she's thinking about the most? Is she thinking, I'm afraid of the saddle on my back? Or is she thinking, when is he going to ask me to change directions again? So I've got her thinking about me versus thinking about the saddle. Good. Go this way. Good. Go this way. And the more I do this, the more relaxed she's going to get. Well done. Dana. What a beautiful mare. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Okay. Now, I've got one final thing to desensitize her with before I actually attempt to desensitize her with my own body, which means that I'm going to get up on her back, okay? But if I think of it as, ooh, I'm about to get on this horse that's just been going wild, then it's the wrong mentality. What I have to do is same principles as before. Pressure, release, pressure, release, pressure, release. This may be too much for her, but with the other mare this evening, I'm going to just start just a little bit, just moving it. So that pressure, initial pressure is too much. I say, where would you like me to start? Where's the right amount of pressure? She says, there is not too bad. I can handle that.
I was
That's
just
a good
there with
lesson.
one of the sheikhs. Why you wasn't taking pictures of me?
Okay, that's good.
Really?
Right.
I didn't notice that.
So you can see after, if it's too much for her, I won't do it. It's that simple, you know. So now I'm going to make these movements just a little bit bigger. No sound yet, it's just an object that's moving. Good. So let her know, time and time again, what you're doing is the
Now
right
it's moving.
thing. Standing still. So now I can maybe do the full action, but no sound. That was by mistake. Good. Now it's just a little bit of sound. Good. And then release. A little bit more sound. So you can see that even though she's not moving, she's twitching. Okay, that's also, she can't hide the fact that she's scared. But it's my job to say, just if you can handle it, you'll realize that I'm just going to release it. And I can teach a horse pretty much to handle, gunshots off their back within the first session. It really is quite easy. Good girl. Let's see if we can go a little bit louder. A little bit. Go back. That's much better. And notice that my hand, I do this on purpose to prove a point that I'm not holding her. If she wants to move, she can. I'm going to give her just the benefit of the doubt there and say, yep, that's okay, even though you're a little bit tense. Just reassure her that she's doing the right thing. So I'm going to decrease that pressure just a little bit. And let her, this is another important lesson I've learned with horses, is let them win, okay? For her to want to do stuff with me, I can't really push her limits too much and then keep pushing and pushing and pushing until, you know, we get the result. There's always tomorrow. So for today, I'll say if you can handle this pressure, you win, okay? Because the more I work with her, the more that loyalty that you hear between the loyalty of the Arabian horse, you don't get that loyalty if you don't go through stuff together. Okay? If she doesn't understand you, she can't be loyal to you. Right. So now we just gotta get her moving again. She's gonna remember that she has a saddle on her back. Easy. So like I said, no more bucking. Every time she bucks, I just bend her around. Because the next stage is what? I'm going to desensitize her to me putting my leg in the stirrup, me putting a little bit of weight on her back, and then me sitting on her. This has all been done in 45 minutes. So we have the saddle on within 15. Good. Excellent. And I'm going to have the horse facing this way, so I'm sorry if you don't see this side, because I don't want her to keep looking at that screen. She needs to be totally focused on me. Right. So, I keep a little bit of a short rein here, just in case she does anything silly. I need to bump her nose around, pull her head around, because you saw what she did with her back end, right? She kicks out really hard, and at the angle that she kicks at, she'll kick me right in the chin. And then you'll just see like a floppy body on the floor. Where's the paramedic?
Good luck.
Okay, so now I'm going to start moving this saddle around, these stirrups, because this is where I'm going to be touching her with my legs. I don't want her to be jumpy. As a principle, the quieter you are around horses, like if I go like this, the more jumpy she gets. The more obvious and clear I am, the quieter she gets. She starts to actually trust me. She says, yes, you're an honest guy. There's no hidden agenda. So I'm going to do this side as well, because my leg is going to come over this side. So grab this. Good. Rubber here. Excellent. Rubber back here. And you see this? It's a little bit tense, okay? It's not ideal, but I think I can trust her enough to stand still. This is good. This wobbly jelly muscle, that's good. Head is low. Hey. So here we go. Next level is what? I'm going to desensitize her with my foot in the stirrup. Keep that rein short. Oops, got my phone in the pocket. Okay, just a little bit of weight in that saddle. Tiny bit. Excellent.